Hi folks, it is Monday. I am live here a little later than usual. I hope everyone is doing really well handling the quarantine, and I'm here to talk about weight loss. And the questions that I get the most in our private Facebook group are by far about why aren't I losing weight when I'm trying to build my healthy thin mentality. And um, there are three reasons that I've kind of boiled it down to. The first one is, of course, the top reason, and that is that you are eating too much. That sounds harsh, but if you are not allowing yourself to live in a space where there is room for hunger, then you will not lose weight in all likelihood because you will keep matching what your body is asking for with what you provide it with. Does that make sense? So let's say you are slightly overweight or at weight, whatever, and you are using hunger to guide you in your weight loss. If you are constantly, completely fulfilling to the top edge your hunger, I don't mean to over satiety, but if you're always making sure that you never leave any room for some hunger to still live within you, then from my experience and from what I've seen with others, weight loss doesn't happen. You must calibrate what you eat in a way that leaves some amount of hunger behind with you. But the difference between a diet where you live with hunger and you do not choose what, when, and how much to eat for yourself is that one is mandated externally by rules, rule books, apps, and one is from within, and it's an enormous difference. So that when you're trying to build your healthy thin mentality, and you want to lose weight, and that's the question I'm focusing on from that we received in our private Facebook, and I receive a lot, is when you're in the moment and deciding what, how much, and if you should eat, say to yourself, if I'm prioritizing weight loss and I want to get into a certain weight range, that instead of just using up every single bit of hunger that I have, let a little bit breathe. And what you will find is that when you make friends with that thought that I don't need to fill myself in a way that hunger is dead within me. I want to keep it just there. And it's tricky to say this because I do not mean to leave yourself hungry. And I know there are those of you out there who have been even had an eating disorder with anorexia or whatever, and I want to be careful with you guys because you guys will hear this as, oh wow, I should keep myself hungry. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying when your hunger blooms within you, and it's very exciting and wonderful, and you're like, I get to eat. Just stay in that moment and keep asking yourself, can I delay eating the rest of this until hunger is stronger again? Value hunger like a friend. I know it sounds so corny, but I love my hunger, and you need to love your hunger. I don't let my hunger hurt me and make me feel bad and make me feel weak, but I embrace it to go, like if you personify hunger, my hunger and I, can work together to keep me in the weight range I want to be or to lose weight. And right now, I am not in a weight loss situation because I don't need to be and I don't want to be. But if I were, and I used to be, I'd have that attitude. Instead of squishing my hunger, I'd go, okay, let's let a little bit of it live. And the way you phrase things to yourself is really important. Language is really important. And if you say it to yourself, like hunger is a life-giving force, and it's beautiful, and it's something you want to value, then you're not as scared of it, and you don't hate it. Like, oh, I hate being hungry, I've heard people say. You only hate it if you think you can't take responsibility for it, answer it in a way that's nice. But if you instead say to yourself, I don't like that feeling of being overly hungry and weak, like dieting. I definitely was, when I was a dieter, oh my God, that terrible feeling of being weak. And by the way, every year I'm reminded of that because, I have to get a colonoscopy every year. And that's the worst day for me because then I can't respond to my hunger. You're not allowed to eat. And it always reminds me of like, yeah, that's really crummy. And that's what I was as a dieter. And it makes you not. It reminds me of the joy and the complete appreciation I have now that I can grip onto the hunger that I feel and I can spend it and use it. And again, like I said before, I can let some of it stay with me. And when you do that, and when you have hunger living, then you're losing weight, right? Because then you're in a little bit of a calorie deprivation, which is where weight loss occurs. I'm never trying to hide that or to try to make you think something else. That is where weight loss is when you have a little edge of hunger just percolating in you. But that's okay because it's, again, hunger that makes you freak out and feel bad is a hunger where you gain weight back. And when I'm saying a little edge of hunger with you, it's small because you don't want to lose weight quickly. You don't, guys, because you'll gain it back. So if you're not losing weight, think about these words that I'm saying. And another reason you may not be losing weight if you're trying to is the way you're viewing exercise. If you are using exercise to burn calories or punish yourself, that is debilitating and it backfires because it just makes you hungrier. And it makes, like, if you work out a lot and then you get hungry, like, which is, it's fine, but when you're weight loss, I'm talking about when you are actively trying to lose weight, you have to be careful with over exercising or really amping up your hunger because sometimes satisfying that gets to be a very, like, the need, your body's need to want to respond to that is really strong and causes people, from what I've seen in my long history of working with dieters and being a fitness coach and being a personal trainer and me having worked as a fitness instructor and all that sometimes people put that, well, I'm going to work out so that I'll lose weight and then I can balance eating more later. And that's not how it works. That's not how it works. From what I've seen, it's really hard to use weight loss to get into that calorie deprivation that makes you lose weight. Okay? And the third reason that I see that people have trouble losing weight is because they focus too much on short-term goals. And to lose weight, you absolutely can't to lose weight permanently. Okay, you absolutely can lose weight if you want to do it quick and you don't care if you keep it off. Diet, that's how to do that. Let me just read this. I've been in recovery from eating for a year more or less and gained a lot of weight. Now I'm eating just when I'm hungry, but I cannot lose weight. Magnus, I don't know if you heard what I was saying a few minutes ago. And let me tell you this will sound really harsh, but there's no way that we can't lose weight because if you ever looked at a horrible situation in a war or in some ravaged country or some place where food is not available, people are really, you lose weight in those conditions. So never let yourself think, my body is just never going to let go of this weight. Yes, it will. You have to find at what point your eating matches weight loss instead of maintenance. So instead of worrying and thinking, I can't lose weight, this weight is stuck on me, go, no. Obviously, guys, if you want to lose weight and you're not losing weight, you have to eat less. No magic there. No magic. But it's how you approach the weight loss. It's how you approach eating less that tells the story. And like if years ago, 20 years ago, when I was a dieter, if I'd have seen, if I, like what I eat today, if I'd have put that in a little pile and said, this is what you get to eat today, I might have been like, wow, I don't know, is that enough? Or is that, but when you're in control and you're the one selecting that food and you're the one with the freedom to eat more of that, if you need it, if you feel like you need it, you relax. And instead of, you relax and you realize that you are capable of allowing that hunger to breathe or of letting that hunger live a little bit inside you because you're not nervous, you're not worried that you're going to get caught. That's a huge deal for dieters because you've been a dieter where you've been like, well, I was so hungry last night and I couldn't eat, and it haunts you. I couldn't eat because I was on a diet and said I couldn't have anything after 7 o'clock. These things just corrupt you because it scares your body, and it scares your body into wanting more food so that you don't get in that position. So the biggest deal is calming this down. It's calming this down. And again, you do that by gently guiding yourself to understand that if you eat a little bit less and you aren't losing weight, then you need to eat a little more less. You need to amplify that calorie deprivation. Although I don't want you to think in calories, you want to spend your hunger differently. You want to leave the day with a little bit of hunger, because if you're not losing weight, you're matching it too evenly. Okay? And a way to think about this is, let's say, I'm just throwing numbers out there. They don't mean anything, but just for an example. Let's say you're 180 pounds and you want to be 140 pounds. Then you need to be eating as someone who is 140 pounds. If you're eating to maintain 180, you will stay there, right? And if you're eating to maintain 220, you will stay there. And conversely, if you are someone who weighs 140 pounds and you want to be 120 pounds, you need to eat as someone who weighs 120. You need that calorie requirement, that energy. I don't want to say calories, that energy, that much food. That's what you need to get there. These are very vague things, because some people who weigh 140 need less food than someone who weighs 120. I'm just saying, if you're eating food to match your present weight and never letting some hunger bubble within you, you won't lose weight. You need to just let that hunger live a little bit. And this is not, I'm saying this again because I really want to be careful, because I'm afraid that some of you guys are gonna hear this and not satisfy hunger enough, and you will lose more weight than that, but you will also gain it back. You want to walk that line of feeling good and strong and leaving 2 bites behind, because over time then you get used to that, and then you can eat another bite less, so your overall consumption goes down, which is what you need. And if you're cringing because you're overweight now and you've been a dieter, or you're not overweight but that makes you feel worried, just keep remembering that when you adjust your calories, your energy that you provide your body, again, I hate that word because it's such a diet word, calorie, but I keep accidentally using it, that if you keep adjusting that down, you will find the place where your body starts to release weight. And one caveat I'm going to say, which I've said 1,000 times, is that if you've just come off of a diet, like recently, this is harder because your body is still reacting to the diet. And it is a real win. It is a win if you're here after a diet and you're maintaining your weight. That's good. Stay there for a little bit, guys. Don't be so antsy. Just rest there. Let your body recover. And when you feel good and you start to have a better relationship with food, and you don't fear food, and you can have food in your house and not fear that you're going to eat it all because you're calm, then go, okay, I feel like I'm healed from the diet, but I want to lose weight. And again, you wanting to lose weight is your decision and no one else's, okay? And I'm not telling anyone what they should weigh. But if you're in that place where you want to lose weight, which is a legit goal for a lot of people, then you go, okay, I feel good, I feel calm. Could I eat a little less? And go there, guys. Don't punish yourself. But, right? You don't lose weight if you're not in a little bit of a calorie energy deficit. Just don't make it too big, because then your body will start to freak out. Just slowly bring it down. And you lose some weight, and then you're stabilized at that weight with an amount of food that you're getting used to eating. Go down a little bit. I'm not talking about a lot. You'll still be happy. You'll still love food. I love food. I get to eat plenty. You'll get to eat plenty. We don't need as much food as we think. And this gentle guidance is where weight loss happens, okay? You're welcome. So it's great to be here with you guys. Please like, share, subscribe so this message is seen by more people. That is your way to help me, and I really appreciate it. And I will be back soon. Thanks so much. Like, share, subscribe. Thanks.